There's no going back.
Yes,
There's no going back. Oh, now we're live. It says you are live. You see what it says there?
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the late arrival. I have associate producer here for Cheesehead TV, Olive Nagler, who has something very, very important she wanted to get off her chest this morning.
If y'all,
you don't need to shout. There's a microphone right there. All right.
If you guys have been watching The Bachelorette, you all know about Dale. I heard that he used to play for the Packers, and I assume it's everyone's favorite. I'd like to say he is the worst guy to ever be on the show. He does not care about anything. The worst person I've ever seen in Bachelorette history.
Is that it? Are you just gonna come on here and trash the dude?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's the worst.
You see, you keep saying that, but you're
smug.
Not. Oh, smugness.
Oh, I see.
Can't have that.
Dale Packers legend. I'm like, is he though?
He's not a Packers legend. No, he did play for the Packers, but he is not a Packers legend. All right, are you done?
Yeah. One more thing. Someone asked, "Where's the dog?" It's coming tomorrow. I just haven't gotten the nudge yet. Bon's the name. Okay. Have a good day.
Love you. Good Lord. Morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. It's been a day, but I felt very strongly that she needed to address everyone with her thoughts on Dale on The Bachelorette, which I haven't watched a second of, but that's what it is. So when is Harry Styles coming on? That's a great question, Joey. That's the other great campaign. Forget getting Olive a dog. We got to get Harry Styles on Cheesehead TV. Bachelor Day with Olive. Yeah, definitely. You in your cloffice? No, this is actually my room. Serves as both my studio, my movie viewing area, and my bedroom, all in one room. Small ass rooms in New York City, baby. Got to make the most of them. Nagler, I had a dream I was a beat reporter and I had to ask Aaron Rodgers questions. I failed miserably. Good luck today. Same as any other day. Coming with those questions each and every week. I like to think I was one of the few who he mentioned yesterday saying that not all the questions were bad. That's right. My A.J. Dillon question was fire. I don't know. Who knows? Morning, Nags from OKC. What's up, man? Tired after a big Dodgers win. Hey, congrats to the Dodgers. Did they win? I don't know. I'm kidding. I know they won. Do we think Bakhtiari will play this week? Justin? Today will go a long way to determining my guess. If he's out there, there's a possibility. If they continue to hold him out, no chance. If he practices today, then we'll see if he gets up to game speed. But, the Packers are always conservative with these things, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least, especially considering they have a quick turnaround with a game, the following Thursday, if they try to hold him out one more week. What up, Aaron? Is Gutekunst going to get a wide receiver as it seems like MVS and St. Brown are slipping? Aha, but Malik Taylor is ascending. I don't know. Yeah, he just got a wide receiver. Picked one up, yesterday? It was reported. Seth Roberts. Look it up. No, I'm kidding. Is he going to trade for somebody? I doubt it. We'll see. If he determines the value is there, maybe he makes a move. Came close last year. Decided not to pull the trigger. Maybe he actually does this year. But look, yes, MVS slipping, no doubt about it. It's hard to say EQ is slipping. He came back and obviously had a couple rough plays against the Bucs and wasn't targeted against Houston. But I don't think that means he's slipping. He's definitely getting his legs underneath him and trying to round him back into form after not playing for a year plus. But it's hard to say he's slipping. But yeah, more opportunities for Malik Taylor. Sign me up. Positive COVID test results in Houston today. I saw that right before I went live. Tons of fun. We'll see if it affects the Packers at all. Nathan, thanks for the super chat. BJ Raji for Bachelorette 2021. Now you're talking. Do you think Jones loses money if Jamal and Dillon can carry the load without him for some more games? Not really, Tyler. I don't think if he was going to secure the bag, so to speak, with the Packers, I think it would have happened in the offseason. The whole thing with who are they going to sign, re-sign, it all starts and ends with Bakhtiari. And until they get that figured out, I don't think anybody else gets moved or, talked with. So I think they're just in a holding pattern in that regard. But yeah, the whole point of having those guys and the ability to run 3 running backs is in case of injury, you have a guy who can step in, and I'm not going to get into the argument about drafting a running back early because who cares? It's the middle of the season and they're calling upon the kid and he's answering the bell, which is all I care about. You know who has slipped? MVS. Yeah, no doubt about it. No, I would agree. Hard to believe that Martellus Bennett is the only Packer over the last 30 years that a medical staff decided not to be cautious with and just threw him out there to play while injured. It's funny how that works, right? Jamal Williams is the GOAT. The GOAT. Aaron, I do not see any issues or problems with our offense. Why are people clamoring for a wide receiver? Because they need to cling to their narratives from the offseason and be proven correct, because being able to say, I told you so, is 1,000 times more important than actually rooting for your team in 2020, apparently, according to the internet that I check every day. I have no other explanations. I choose to root for my team rather than my narrative. So latest on Lazard, he was back running on the side of practice, but still a long way away. I would not expect to see him anytime soon. Don Terry Poe to the Packers. I doubt it. They had a chance to sign him as a free agent and they passed. So, yeah. I mean, I know he's on the block, but I'd be surprised. Brandy, sorry I am late. Well, I was late as well, Brandy. Just don't let it happen again, okay? Let's talk about the Ertz rumor. Goody swinging. Love it. Well, yeah, they did reportedly make an offer for Zach Ertz, along with the Ravens made an offer too, I believe, prior to his being placed on IR. As Goody kind of said, in on every conversation, but definitely making calls, looking to make a move. Gotta love it. Let's crush the Vikings. Adams, that's the best thing I've read all day. Of course, I haven't read much yet. It's only 10:39 a.m., but I'm in on that. Michael, next, could you ask Aaron to rewatch his films from 10 years ago? Old habits are hard to break. That is one of the questions I am pondering about asking him about, is some of the mechanics backsliding a little bit there in Houston. But I know he'll get all prickly about it. Josh, thanks for the super chat. What position do you think the Packers could improve the most, and who would be a realistic pickup? That position what that position you would like to see? Would you like to see? Josh, sentence structure, buddy. So do I think the Packers could improve at the most? You mean, I imagine you are talking about via trade? I mean, I think the clearest place that they could get an immediate talent upgrade is at wide receiver. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and that's probably why they're making calls. I think Crowder here in New York with the Jets would be a guy that would fill a pretty decent sized need as far as a true slot guy. I don't know that they can make the contract work, but I know Gutekunst loved him coming out of college, and he does tend to get, kind of tunnel vision with some of these guys who, once that bee is in his bonnet, doesn't seem to leave. So we'll see. Maybe he makes that kind of move, but again, I'll be surprised if he actually pulls the trigger on anything. Stefan, thanks for the super chat. Is Rodgers step-by-step changing the narratives around him by speaking more freely than in the past? Go Pack Go from Austria. A little bit, I think. Yeah, that's a good observation. I do think having, Aaron on Tuesday is kind of unvarnished and unfiltered on Pat McAfee, and then we have our sessions with him every Wednesday. We're getting more from him, right? And those are generating headlines and filtering through however, the channels that people consume their football media in. And I think it's only natural that, the narrative does kind of get turned a certain way. And I think for the better, because I think Aaron's allowed to control it a little bit more, which is good. Pork Master, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in ages. Mandalorian Season 2 on Friday, crushing Vikings on Sunday. Good weekend coming up. This is the way. Yes. There you go. Andrew, thank you for the super chat. People texting me. If there is another wave, which it seems like it's going to be, please stay safe and wear a mask. Do you think we will see seasons shortened for teams that are eliminated? No, because there's still broadcast rights and agreements, sponsor agreements, etc., that need to be delivered. So, the NFL won't be canceling games. And yes, I very much agree. Please stay safe and wear a mask. Onside kick recovery practice. And, oh gosh. It's like PTSD. Cobb back? I doubt it. I mean, maybe, but he was a free agent this offseason. The Packers showed no interest, so I can't imagine they'd suddenly want to throw a what do you call that thing? A draft pick at him. Do you think Rodgers would ever be okay with speed, tempo, snap stuff like the Rams do? No time to read a defense. Doug, I think that's a major component of it. All the thinking in LA is being done on the sideline, by Sean McVay, where in Green Bay, most of the thinking, especially pre-snap at the line of scrimmage, is being done at the quarterback spot. That's the monster difference, right? I love the idea of going tempo. I've teased LaFleur about it for 2 years now, the fact that he keeps talking about doing it, but never doing it. And we all know it's because he's got that quarterback. And Aaron wants as much information as possible and to make as many adjustments as possible. And, hey, you can't quibble with the results this year, especially. So, yeah, I would love to see the utilizations of some more of the up-tempo stuff, but I don't think they'll ever be, as near to the level that the Rams utilize it. Just because, like I said, all the thinking is going on the sideline. Arthur, thanks for the super chat. Can you open your question to Aaron with "Are you okay?" Arthur, you were like the 10th person to ask some form of that, and no. Otis, thanks for the super chat. Do you think we get Samcon Gatto? We should be thankful we're 5-1. Hey man, there's no. I understand people wanting to open some Christmas presents early. I understand this time of year when there's a trade deadline, there's lots of noise and people get excited. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm with you. I very much want to enjoy this 5-1 season, and I plan on doing so. But yeah, I get it. People get hyped for trades. It's all part of the mix. What are your thoughts on being sellers? Ooh, David. Controversy. I mean, I think everybody's available for a price, right? Except maybe Aaron Rodgers. But, there doesn't seem to be Gutekunst's style. Maybe if someone called with some kind of, they said, wow, we really want Jamal Williams, and they offered some kind of, ridiculous deal, then, yeah, I'm sure he's not going to turn it down, but I don't see that happening. And I'm for sure don't see him calling around and offering guys up. That I definitely don't see. He likes his guys, as do I. Nathan, thanks to the super chat. Ask Rodgers if he's a pumpkin spice guy. I should really just come up with a list of everything that people keep asking me to ask Rodgers about, and then I'll give him the option. That'd be a lot of fun. Want to see Love for some late snaps. Lenny, unless there's an injury, you're not going to see Love at all this year. It's a redshirt season. Tim Boyle's the backup. Does Kamal Morton have a breakout game on Sunday? I don't know about breakout one, but I think he'll continue to get more playing time. And the more he's on the field, the more you're going to see him because he is active as hell. And he arrives in a bad mood and he finds the ball. So, I mean, I don't know about like big time numbers or anything, but you'll definitely see him more and more. A Nuclear Family, thanks for the super chat. Could you find my previous super chat? I'm poor. A Nuclear Family, I did yours already, didn't I? All these fucking super chats, I tell you people. There it is. Heard we tried to draft wide receiver Mooney and Bears knew and traded up. Is this common? Do we have a spy or a leak among us? Does Goody need to fire someone? No, it's never that cut and dry, but you do get stuff down the grapevine. That's why Gutekunst jumped up to get Darnell Savage a couple years ago. You got to remember it's a huge fraternity basically around personnel people, and they all talk and they all know each other. So there are going to be conversations during the draft process of, well, we really like this kid or we don't like him. It's not overt, it's not like people are fact-finding missions or something like that, but like you're out, you're talking, whatever, you're chatting, and you're comparing notes, so to speak. It happens, and then people kind of file it away in the back of their brain, and then on draft weekend, they're like, oh yeah, this guy, that's right, they like him. When can we expect Seth Roberts to join the active roster? Not anytime soon, Eric. He's, obviously got to go through whatever COVID protocols, which takes a number of days, and then he's got to basically learn the offense. So I don't expect he'll be up and contributing anytime soon. Maybe they bring him up and have him help with special teams, but that's about it. Trash Panda, what's up, man? Hate to be that guy, but I'm officially calling 28 draft class a bust outside of Jair. I think it's fair to criticize Goot's wide receiver evaluations. Cheers. Yeah, absolutely. You can do whatever you want. 2018, yeah, it's a rough looking class. There's no doubt about it. Very much agreed there. Ruben, thanks for the super chat. Aaron is going to paint a masterpiece of a bust of 55 and Vikings. You will be the subject. Bust of 55 and Vikings. Ruben, man, whatever you say. Dude, I'm all here for it. Yeah, 1,000%. What? Brandon, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on Montrevious? I like what I see. Yeah, I think he's earning more snaps, and he definitely played his ass off down in Houston. It's funny because, you know, you keep seeing this kid, and he definitely teases. You hope he's not a coach killer, but, man, he has stretches where he's really good. And then he just seems to disappear. And I'm not talking about this past Sunday. I'm just talking about in general in his career. So hopefully he starts putting together more, you know, dominant stretches because, damn, he was throwing people around on Sunday, and he's had a decent season. Hasn't played a ton of snaps, but when he's been out there, he's been really solid. So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I like what I see as well. Has Green Bay announced being online this week due to the situation in Houston? No, Spencer. For everything I know, they are set to hit the practice field this afternoon. Bam, thanks to the super sticker. Michael, thank you for the super chat. What do you think about Rodgers' comments on not liking the media's questions last week? It's allowed to have his opinion, right? And look, it's nothing that we didn't say on transplants basically an hour or so right after that media session. So it's not like I can sit here and say, how dare he? I do think he was a little overboard yesterday, but I understand. I get the audience. I get the venue that he's playing to there. It's going to make today fun. I can promise you that. Guys, I get to the super chats. Just relax. There's like 100 of them, and I'll get to them. Rewatch the Cheesehead TV. Wait, what? Oh, no. What are you doing? Rewatch the Cheesehead TV watch party against the Vikings after MVS's TD. Nagler yelling, "Oh, Mike Zimmer. Oh, Mike Zimmer" is all-time LOL. Man, you need to find something better to do than rewatch old watch parties. Riley Angel, thank you for the super chat. 2018 draft, not a bust. We also drafted the weapon. If the weapon was ever consistent, maybe you can make that case. Do I have any relation with Pat McAfee? No. MVS traded away? Who's trading for MVS? You sound like some of the fantasy owners in my league. Hey, look at this guy. He's really not producing and does nothing well and is completely inconsistent. Oh, you want him? Who's trading for MVS? Nobody. Have I ever taken Olive and the girls to a Packer game before? And also have the girls seen Corey's house? They have not seen Corey's house. I have taken the girls to Lambeau, but never for a game. Closest we come, this is true, the first time Madeline ever went to anything Packers related was family night. Back in 2008, that famous night where Aaron got booed and Brett Favre was sitting in a box after flying in. Oh, man, that was a fucking crazy night. And Madeline was there for it in her Aaron Rodgers jersey. It's good times. I said it's not really always like this. Has J.K. Scott ever broken a sweat? Well, I'd have to ask him. Where has Kiki been? He's playing really well. He is the whole reason Z has a sack last week. And just because guys aren't on the stat sheet or you don't hear them being talked about by the announcers doesn't mean they're not playing well or being active or affecting the game. Kiki is playing quite well. J.K. Scott is the GOAT. Now we're off the rails. Richard Rodgers, Richard Pryor, Richard Simmons, Packers dropping 45. Now I like it. I like how that's becoming a thing. All right, I'm going to have to get going. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, talking some Packers. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, we'll be back live today at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Lambeau time with Packer Transplants Live. Corey and myself, going to be a lot of fun. The Patreon happy hour is tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern. If you are a Patreon member, the information is on the Patreon page. If you're not a Patreon member, please consider giving us $5 a month on our Patreon page, patreon.com/cheeseheadtv. It helps support everything we do, including 5+ hours of live streaming each and every game day. It's a ton of fun. If you can't jump on Patreon, I totally get it, but please just hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great